What's up, AFG? I've been really trying to do this for about a week now. I've been having all kind of sorts of problems and issues because my emotions and my anger is on like cloud 1,000. And one of the things I had to take a reality check too is I had to take me out of it, and I'm going to do a lot of wordplay. If you hear my granny CV in the background, that's because I'm recording this early in the morning in the wee hours. So I'd like to apologize in advance. But let's get to this. This will be Family Drama Part 3. And I kid you not, man, I'm in a very volatile state. And I'm going to do the best that I can with this wordplay. So for you wordplay professionals, feel free to inbox me to help out with that. But here we go. This year has been very tremendous and very bad for your guy, King Solomon Jr., aka Mr. Suck. Because this here is really what I found out. Everybody likes to say family is all you got in the end. But let's put that to the test. Folks would like to discuss what causes depression, health issues, suicide thoughts. Not all the time is it the world around us, but it's right here in-house. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. Let's start at the basics. When you're a kid, depending on which set of cards you're dealt, you find out very early. In the words of Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolate, and you never know what you're going to get. I love that saying because it relatively describes what I feel about family. Family is supposed to be a group of loving individuals that surrounds and caters and help build you up. But the truth of the matter is, no one can hurt you worse than those closest to you. For instance, a person's first heartbreak is the divorce or separation of parents. The key is to successful, healthy life is your foundation. And if your foundation is rocky, it begins to set the pattern which you're going to receive in your own mind of distrusting everything going forward. However, that was just the start. The next step is no matter which side of the fence you go on, you're always going to have that hunger for the other parent. For those of you that are unfortunate enough to know that and find that out. It's a real deep issue. Good, bad, or indifferent, you're always going to have a hunger for the other parent, whether they treat you good or wrath. And there are cases where one or even both parents have a very disdain for the child. So right away, usually before the age of 10, the child has psychologically taught itself that they cannot trust anyone. Because the lack thereof of someone being the one that they can trust, never really had that. So they just don't trust people. Which is a pattern set in motion to how they're going to set a standard of rules that they're going to live by. Next up, there are just certain things that family should never ever do. Not ever. Number one, if one of your family members are in a relationship, you should not intertwine with their significant other. It is disrespectful, it is wrong, and it is wrath. And any family member that chooses to uphold you in your disrespect of another family member by entering a sexual or physical, or whatever you want to call it, relationship with your family member's mate, not only have you broken the confines of this blood is thicker than water bullcrap, but you also have destroyed any type of relationship that you and that family member will ever have. And you will always have to live with that regret. Next up, to the family members that uphold the family member in their wrongdoing, that particular individual that you back to hurt the other family member will never, ever trust you again. Will smile, keep up a pretty face for the cameras and Polaroids. But if they don't call you all the time, that's because subconsciously they remember. You're supposed to forgive and forget. You do forgive and forget. But remembering is a lifelong lesson. Moving on. You're still talking about family drama. You know, in life, when you find that special someone, that one that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want to marry them. And you do become married. And you do that very well. And y'all having a blast. And so, because you're the new person in the family, you know, the first thing you want to do is try to make a very good impression. You know, let everybody know who you are and show them that you're a team player, because that's what a family's supposed to be, right? Supposed to be a team player. But you have to pay attention to the signs. And listen to the conversation that you have with your partner. Those play very key vital to what you're going to have to deal with, presumably, if they ever show you their true colors. Case in point, you can be in a relationship for 4 or 5 years, married to their family member, and then as life would hit you, and would hit you hard with either illness or financial problems. And if they feel that because they help out from time to time, they have a say so, there's no saying. You find out how people really feel about you when you go down. Folks will say all manner of things to you. Never ever make the mistake of thinking that family will ever accept you. Because if you talk to most married folks, the number one reason folks separate or divorce is communication. Number 2 is finance. Number 3, cheating. But also number 4 on that list, family. Because you only gonna be able to fake who you are for so long. And eventually the real you is going to show up. And when it does, it's going to catch the other family off guard. But you've been there all the time waiting in the background just to show your true colors. Because you wanted a lapdog. Something that you can control. Something that when you say jump, they ask how high. And when they get married or in a relationship to a very strong individual that you can't shake, that you can't move, that you can't control, for you power-hungry control freaks, I'm still talking about family drama, then that's when your true colors show up. Immediately you start planting seeds. Y'all need to divorce. Y'all need to separate. Amazing. And then when you can't get your way, you start conniving all behind, and you start picking with the spouse. Over 70% of people will say they do not get along with their in-laws. That is a very high astronomical number. Very high astronomical number. And it's sad. Because you don't want your family member to be able to start a family in a generation of their own. So you try to sabotage theirs because you're not happy in your own life? Because your marriage ain't happy? Because you still dealing with control freak issues? Power hungry issues? Okay. This one here is for you certain family members that feel entitled. Because you're so used to all the attention focused on you, you're not a kid anymore. Grow up. Grow up. Because you made your decisions and you're gung-ho on doing things your way. You're completely focused on that. Can't nobody tell you what to do. Well, if that's the case, you want to do what you want to do. Why don't you put your bridges up and do what you need to do for yourself? Come on, do what you need to do. But no, just like a parasite and a leech, the first thing you want to do is latch on to something. Why is that? Jealousy, evil, sadisticness. That's just the words that comes to mind. Stop being so self-centered and self-entitled. Let me tell you something that my grandmother told me a long time ago. Don't nobody have to do nothing for you. Nothing. And the fact that they are willing to stretch their hand out for you, you should be more than willing to accept their hand and not sabotage it. So stop being a snake. Yeah, I said it. A lot of family members are snakes because they're jealous that they no longer have their lapdog to call up at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Oh, you're single. You ain't got nothing to do. Do this, do that. Watch them. I'm pressing buttons and I feel it. I'm just telling you. I told you this ain't barbershop or beauty shop talk. This is real talk. This is stuff that goes on in families every day. So we're going to keep moving on. If your family goes out their way to help you, I mean really, really help you to the point that they're sacrificing things, don't you help them become homeless because you ain't got your crap together? Grow up. Grow up. Come on. Like, what is you doing? And then you want to claim that you having all these issues. You know you wasn't ready. Everyone told you you wasn't ready. But because you a selfish, self-centered, evil, demonic, parasite, and a person that loves to manipulate because you feel entitled. What is wrong with you? If someone is willing to help you get up on your feet, and only thing they ask you to do is stand 10 toes down and become better, and don't let stuff get to you by what others say, and continue to keep being better, and then you turn around and bite them and side with the folks of the world and expect that there's not going to be ramifications or repercussions? Are you out of your mind? And Lord, don't let it be a child in the middle of this. So while you going through all this stuff, you got a child in the midst of this too? Don't you? Let me tell you something. You should have learned this a long time ago. When you bring a child into this world, I don't care how old you are, your partying days, your clubbing days are over. Let me repeat that for the folks in the back. When you bring a child into this world, your clubbing days, your partying days are over. Because at that moment, you are no longer a child. You are a full-fledged adult with real-life responsibilities. What you think this is? You think family is supposed to be your walk-in daycare whenever you want it to be? That's not how this works. You the one wanted to go to Pound Town, right? You the one that wanted to have your legs open, right? I hate this conversation. We want to have as much sex as we want to, but you can't force us to have no baby. What the hell you think is going to happen if you keep having sex? Honestly. The sex is designed to reproduce. Let me say that again. Sex is designed for reproduction. So this whole stupid conversation about women having rights to choose if they want to carry a baby or not, no. You can't tell us that we can't have sex if we don't want to carry a baby. Okay, fine. Stop using the abortion clinic as a 7-Eleven. I said it once and I'm going to say it again. 7-Eleven is not a drive-thru. I'm sorry, not 7-Eleven. But the abortion clinic is not a drive-thru. I'm going to go have sex with 15 different dudes. And then I'm going to run over here to the abortion clinic. That ain't how this work. But there are a few smart ones. There's Plan Bs. There are contraceptives. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Here's the funny part, though. Do you realize that every decision you make and you bring a child into this world, that child goes through it with you? Yeah. Because after you decide to bring a child in the world, everything you do, they go through with you. Sorry to bust your bubble. Sorry, not sorry. So you throw your child everywhere and expect everybody to raise it, but you? I know if I'm in that position, I'm going to have an instant attitude. Because every time I turn around, you got your kid thrown off on me. I done stick my pipe in you. I done had your legs open. I did not knock you up. If I did, this would be a totally different conversation. But I didn't. That's your responsibility. And if you got family members that think like that, you already got one strike against you that will make people like me not want to touch you anyway, because it makes you ugly. You ugly from head to toe. Give you a little secret into guys. What makes a woman ugly to us? How a woman talks. How she thinks. How she moves. How she interacts. And the most important, her trustworthiness. So when you see a lot of guys with women that you feel are not as fair as you, that's because they're trustworthy. That's because they can talk to them. I always enjoyed the conversation. He left me for an ugly chick? Ask yourself this. Did you make him feel honored? If he's trying, do you give him words of encouragement? If he's building himself up to put himself back into a place of where he was, Are you giving him a pat on the back? Are you having conversations behind his back that later comes out and embarrasses him? Are you giving him as much love as he wants? And I'm not just talking about the fellas, I'm talking about the ladies too. If she's the sole provider and she's making more money than you at the time until you can get back to your status, brother, are you cleaning the house? Are you keeping the house clean? And if you guys got kids, are they good? Do you have a meal prepared, cooked, ready, and done by the time she get home? Because I love the part that you guys take talking about women's wives submit yourself to your husbands. But you guys forget there's a B clause in that. While we the head of the household, what she does for us, we also supposed to do for her. Submit yourselves one to another, my guy. That's not one-sided. Submit yourself one to another. That means wives, submit yourself to husbands. Husbands, submit yourself to your wife. In debate. No more conversation. But for you entitled people that want to go out, have all the sex without a carefree world, and just throw your kid off on the other family members, and then when they tell you about yourself, you want to get an attitude, but at the same time, they helping you out. You talking about they mean and hateful? But every time you ever needed them, they have been there for you? More so than your own parents? And you have never given them nothing in return. Yeah, we still talking about family drama. You figure you can go out, party and drink, do drugs, bust your legs open, and have all the sex you want to. And then after you go to Pound Town, because the family got your kid, you one place and they another. You do what you want to do. And then you show back up to the family that's helping you anytime you want to. 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, making all kind of noise, showing all kind of disrespect. But we don't have no problem talking about, well, they disrespect me. If you got a problem with me, put an address on it. Why does it have to come to that? We supposed to be family, right? have never understood why in-laws have never gotten along. And it don't even always have to be in-laws. Folks right there in your own family you don't need to get along with. But they always love this stupid sentence, which I cannot stand. Why don't you come around? We family. Don't forget about family. Let me tell you something. I said it on an earlier podcast. I probably said it today, but I'm going to say it again. Family is your first heartbreak. Family is the first one to rob you. Family is the first one that steal from you. Family is also the first one to make you cry. Family is also the first one to make you fight them. We can talk about family. We take it all the way back to the beginning with the brothers, Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Over what? The same thing that has plagued family all this time. One word: jealousy. So when family separates from other family members, it's because we're trying to kill that spirit of Cain, because we know jealousy will show his ugly head. Miserably you are. Do you enjoy destroying things around you? Again, I'm still talking about family. Why do you have to destroy everything? Why? It's not that serious. All you have to do is grow up. Take it from me. People have been doubting me since before I got here. They said I would never graduate high school. I did that in 2003. They said I would never graduate college. I did that last year. Knock it out. Shout out to Ohio Media Business School. If you got a broadcasting school in your area, I strongly suggest think about applying. Tell them King Solomon Jr., a.k.a. Mr. Sutton, sent you. If you're here in Ohio and go to Ohio Broadcasting School, I know one is in Columbus, and the other is on Rockside. And if you see a few of them, tell them I sent you. Tell Ricky I said what's up. Great teachers. They helped me find my voice. They became my familiar. They taught me how to use my inner voice and my God-given talent. It's okay, even at 39 years old. Yeah, I still need a little help. Thank you, Lord. You put me in a school with some talented individuals that I can never repay them back. But my plan is to show them that I understand They are appreciated. Made a lot of talented people. Man, that school is definitely for the gifted ones. Even if you don't know, go in there. When you come out, you're going to know a whole lot. Trust me. That was just a short, little, quick shout out commercial to the greatest school in the world, a media school. I love you guys and appreciate you so much. Family should want the best for you, not sabotage, not try to destroy your relationship, not make false accusations. And then you wonder why they don't come over to your house or be around you no more. That's because you hurt them to the core. Family is thicker than blood. Blood is thicker than water. Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you. Some of you family members are water. And as soon as the sun come out, you all dried up. You supposed to be awesome, but you're more like thieves and robbers and some killers. How many times have you seen on the news about family killing the other family members? Because it's one of those, if I can't have you, no one will. That's some sick and twisted stuff. But again, I'm driving this home. Blood thicker than water? I will never, ever accept that. Because I know firsthand, it's some strangers that treat you better than your own family. From the least to the greatest. Family is not always the ones that's going to bag you in the end. But they sure would be the first ones to stab you in your back. And sabotage you. And disrespect you. Believe me, your first 5 years in the earthly realm, you will experience more pain, more heartache, more treachery. I don't even know if treachery is a word. More diabolical manipulation and all kind of buffoonery just from your family alone. You will be lied to. You will be cheated on. You will be disrespected. You will be attacked. And above all else, you will be humiliated. Why? Because they're not happy in their relationship or in their life. So they want to try to kill the dreamer that is you, to destroy the dreamer that is you. Because everyone has a purpose. You just got to get around someone that sees who you are and wants you to grow. And that is not always family. I am King Solomon Jr., aka Mr. Sutton. This is After Effects. Until the next time, ciao.